If coveting is a sin, one team here might need to ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. I guess they're not interested in kicking it away. They're lining up for an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback here. He extends the play. Nothing open right away. There's a little bit of pressure. He gets to the outside, tries to take a shot down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to throw, it's Stockton. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Georgia! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing it because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The gift to the back. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical. They stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Lemon. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Trying to set up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Down and touchdown right out of the chute. They'll try to keep their first drive alive by converting on 4th down from their own territory. Got his man. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Trojans want to pick up the tempo. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, guys.
The Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. He's in open space downfield. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the legendary John McKay would be proud of the execution of the running game and picking up the first down.
Yeah, the basic principles of the run game, right? The easy stuff, the boring stuff, not fancy, not loved. Everybody likes points and all that other stuff that goes with it, but you got to get the good running game. USC doing a good job early.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Trojans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking for room. It's Jordan. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because in 1st down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. To the air, it's Mayava. Snagged in the middle, it's Straka. Oh, he's got some space. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Steps away to find some room. Finds his big tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and I love running the football down the red zone. You've got to be able to do it. 1st down, obviously, is the right down to do. And now, limits the options a little bit more. 2nd down after that loss of yards play.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Sanders. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans! Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Branch. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Wide receiver going in motion. Unloads quickly. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Quarterback making adjustments. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. The short hands, it's Thomas. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Give to the running back. Gets away from one, finds some space. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another 1st down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the Dogs do.
They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. The Dogs are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. But that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. That's caught. It's Frazier. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, he dropped it. He had the pick in his hands and a chance for one of his patented big plays, and he couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He lost one down the sideline. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. It's Jordan. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Hauls it in. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes in the 39.
And listen, the quarterback drops back. He's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold them here on 3rd down. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. Going for the big play. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. Tight coverage there, did not stop him from making the grab. It's 1st and goal from the 8. It's complete to the left. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to fire on 2nd down. They'll run the screen. They've got him now. He almost picked up that 1st down on the screen. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. One more snap coming before halftime. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. They'll take a final shot here on 4th down, probably the last play of the half. And the defense makes the stop. You've got to try to get the ball into the end zone in the air on that one, and they didn't get close. And that'll do it here in the second quarter. Halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Man, and they tried the surprise onside to start the second half. And this game's a great game. It's been back and forth, tie football game. Maybe trying to jumpstart yourself, but I'll tell you what, now you put your defense in a bind. Let's see how they respond.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Trojans. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go to the ground. Fights off a defender.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Sends it downfield. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
They'll line up to go for two. Tight end now in motion. Snap in the shotgun. Makes the grab for the two.
Man, that is a decision offensively that potentially gets you fired as a head coach if you don't come through with that. You could have just tied the game with an extra point, but instead you go for two to take the lead, and they get it. Wow.
Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Looking for room, it's Jordan. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Showing, turning on the Jets. He's loose. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, USC. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
Looking for the two-point try. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Quarterback on the move, still looking. They get it into the end zone. Two-point conversion is good. The lead stands at 7. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Looking for a gap. It's McCray. And that defense just ran through that offensive front. He broke a couple of tackles, but nowhere to run.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And I think that right there has been one of the biggest stories of this game so far. The reason this team trails is they can't get one of their best players the football in the passing game. This guy's a weapon. He eats defenses alive each and every week and has yet to make one catch in this game.
And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
We got a close game here in the third quarter, and you're seeing momentum shift right now for the defense. The last drive out, they gave up a touchdown. This drive, though, they've now forced a 3-and-out. They've done an outstanding job, and you can see them now playing with more confidence.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Pulled and finds his man on the left. The discard, and he's running free. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
Really nice pass there. You know the expectations at USC every year are sky high. Not just to win the conference, but to be in the national championship discussion. But to do that, they need this guy right here to play at a high level week in and week out, because this guy has the skills and the tools to take them.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass, it's Mayava. They've got the screen set up.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
This quarterback part of their running game. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, USC.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. They want that clock to run. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football. Run the clock. Let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
Third down, and these fans trying to make it impossible to communicate. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive.
You offensive line, I'm going to bring in more beef. Nice job by the defense understanding the situation. Red zone, field shrinks. I need more bigger personnel on the field, some big guys that can stop the run. Played the run well. Great job by the defense understanding the situation.
Here as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Pulls and fires complete. It's a seam wide open. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. They'll give it to the back. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Finds a tight end. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. He's moving out of the pocket. On the move to the right, looking for a big one. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The defense calls the timeout, their 2nd of the day, as they try to get their act together.
Timeout, USC.
And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th. A first down run in the red zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Really nice touchdown. Now it's decision time. Extra point will get you to OT. Do you try to win it right now with a 2-point play?
They'll line up to go for 2. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. He gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Man, they wanted that lead to go for it, and it paid off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here comes the option. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And you got to think about when you want to use that final timeout, when you're going to clock it. Every single second counts. You need a field goal to win. You got to manage this clock.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
When you're down late in the game, you got to make plays. It's really tough not to force the football. You can tell quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And still a 1-point game here, Jesse, and the offense would like to put something together.
No doubt. Execution is going to...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And he reels it in for a touchdown, and that just might seal it.
That is how it's done. Great job by this offense. And because of the score and the time, you kick the extra point because you're going to make them go down the field, have to score, and get a 2-point conversion to tie this football game. Great drive by this offense.
Looking downfield, it's Stockton. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of 2-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll start this drive going to the air. That's caught. It's Jordan. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Fires to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and ball gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of the DB. Nice job by the defense.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Under a minute to play, they can just take a knee and put this game on ice.
It's such a good feeling. The best.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining. And the Dogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air, it's Stockton. The screen, he can go. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
The Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun on 3rd down. He's going to throw deep right side. Makes the grab. And he gets it into the end zone for the touchdown, and it's not just a touchdown, it is a dagger in this game.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a two-possession game. And guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. Wants to go up top. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lemon. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a finish.
One more play to pad the stats. Looking to pass. It's Mayava. Sets up the screen. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Timeout is called with just a single second left. This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. Looking to throw for it. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.